Avatar." She interrupted him, her eyes narrowing at his words. "What do you mean, reincarnated?" Otto blanched slightly. "I'm only an initiate in this order, and to be honest, not an overly dedicated one. I joined this church for the steady meals and shelter. My only job is to keep this place clean and maintain a vigil should an avatar arrive. Not that one has in living memory, mind you. I must send for the Bishop Kraus, who is out visiting the nearby chapter house. He is only a day's ride from here." Amara swung her legs over the side of the marble slab, letting her feet dangle. "I'm not going to wait days for someone to come answer my question. Tell me what you meant when you said reincarnated." The monk grew paler, and his fingers tightened around the massive book he carried. "I understand this may come as a shock, but if the scripture is to be believed, you died in your world, and through the will of the gods, you've been reborn here. But if that's true, then we must be nearing another age of strife." He swallowed hard, his Adam's apple bobbing. "I died?" Her eyes widened. She focused on her memories, but she couldn't recall anything about her final moments. The last thing she remembered was planning her father's funeral. The thought of her dad made her chest tighten, and she blinked rapidly to keep the tears away. She refused to cry in front of someone she'd just met. "Do you know how I died?" she asked, her voice raspy. Otto shook his head. "That knowledge is never imparted to the servants of Servaig. However, it is written that only those who died heroic deaths earn another chance at life." "I see." Amara couldn't believe she'd done anything worthy of reincarnation. For as long as she could remember, she'd looked after herself and her sick father. While her friends went off to university, she'd resorted to petty crime to keep food on the table and a roof over their heads as her father languished in bed. She dropped down from the stone altar and staggered as her knees buckled. The monk lunged forward and caught her arm with his free hand before she fell. "Thank you," she said, giving him a lopsided grin. "So, what's next?" "Do you not wish to rest?" His face twisted with confusion. "I assume the process of reincarnation must be taxing, and should anything happen to you, Bishop Kraus will have my hide." Amara shrugged. "I'm not exactly going to miss my old life." And there wasn't anyone she'd miss either. She hadn't had many friends, and her mother had left when her father fell ill. Truth be told, she felt vaguely excited at a new chance at life. Good, Otto said unconvincingly. "Now, if you would just allow me to examine you." She reached up to cover herself. "You're not touching me unless you want to lose that hand of yours." "I apologize," he said, his face flushing crimson. "I only meant to scan your class and stats." Her eyebrow rose. "Like in a video game?" "I don't know how it relates to games. However, if you wish, you can take a moment to examine yourself first. In order to do so, simply think about your class and it should appear." She followed his instructions, feeling skeptical, but a moment later, writing appeared in her vision. Amara Solace, unranked adventurer. Trickster Cleric, level 1. Stats: Strength, 2. Dexterity, 3. Constitution, 2. Intelligence, 4. Wisdom, 6. Charisma, 1. Vitality, 1. Luck, 10. Weapon proficiencies: Staff, Novice. Darts, Novice. Skills: First aid.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.